G'day, Ian here. Welcome back to another video of Look Out for Lookouts. You're probably wondering what my little bow was there a few moments ago. Well, this is the first tower that I was introduced to in Queensland. Up until then, I had no knowledge whatsoever of even fire towers existing in Queensland. The only fire towers I was probably familiar with was on Smoky Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Or maybe even Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. I'm smarter than the average bear, Boo Boo. So, for older ones, you remember those cartoons from the 60s and 70s. So this one here, the Elliott River Fire Tower, number 5, on the road between Childers to the south and Bundaberg to the north. I'm going to have some competition with sound because there's a gun club just down the road, and the highway is only about 60 metres to the east of me, where I'm standing now. Of course, when I first climbed this fire tower way back in 1985, 40 years ago, the trees were a lot taller. So since then, they've been harvested, and this is the new plantings. They should be ready probably in about 20 years' time to reach maturity for harvesting. This tower was built by Arthur Lease and his team in 1970 to a height of 36 metres. This tower was the one that inspired me to start building that model fire tower that you've seen on my Facebook page all those years ago. I started in Townsville, what is that now, 2012, 2013, I think it was. I started my first model. I've had a couple of rebuilds since then, but we'll get there in the end. We're nearly finished it now. But this tower was the one that started. My first love was this tower here. So what I'll do now is I'm going to take you for a tour of the tower as close as I can possibly get. As you can see, there's a security fence around it, and they've removed the bottom set of stairs. In its heyday, this tower was the point of many celebrations and popping of champagne corks on the top in proposals, celebrations, maybe a baby to the family or something that nature. And of course, in those days, it was still decommissioned. It wasn't actually used as an official fire tower, but we had common sense, and we took our safety seriously, and when we climbed it, we looked after ourselves. But as time's gone on, and the lack of maintenance of the tower has produced a situation where now it's been sealed off to the public for overall safety. I'm not sure what the outcome for this tower is going to be. I don't think there's anybody in the Wide Bay Burnett area that would be game to actually come and dismantle it, as much as some authorities might think that's the best and safest idea. But anyway, I'll take you for a tour and get as close as I can, and perhaps provide a bit of commentary as I go along. Okay, so we'll catch you on the other side of the video. Take care. I've inserted a photograph I took in 2013 when I camped here en route to Beaudesert. As you can see from that photograph, the lower steps were still in place, and since then that's been removed, and the security fence has now gone around the entire base rather than just that stairs as it was initially. There it is, right up there, 36 metres. Climbing up and down that will give you plenty of exercise, and I'm not sure of the final outcome. I would hate to see it be dismantled and sold off for scrap timber. There's nothing that can replace these beautiful architectural gems, the three-legged fire towers that Arthur did, 12 in all. Okay, a little warning sign there for all would-be trespassers and tower climbers, maybe? Oh, I'd love to be able to climb up there. I could get some firemen's rescue ropes. We could do that. No, better not. That's against the law. We've got to be law-abiding citizens. Anyway, the good old iron bark, she may last a few more years yet before they decide what they're going to do. However, there is one thing that did concern me, the length of the cured grass all around here. I would hate for some villains to be able to set that on fire. Not good.
Okay, there's the steel monstrosity next door that has all the antenna and other instruments to take away the function of the rangers that used to look up there in those hot summer months. All right, guys, that's it for me on this tower. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care now.
Now, if you're in the area, and of course, you're going to need a great Aussie pie. And I'd like to recommend Rose Bakery in Bundy for your great Aussie pie and the sauce of your choice. Now, of course, Bundaberg is very famous for its sugarcane, and more particularly, older blokes and younger ones alike, you will probably be more familiar with the good old Bundy rum. Now, if you don't like something that hard and you'd like something a little softer for the kids, perhaps, of course, you've got the Bundaberg brewed soft drinks. And guava is one that I particularly like. Also, this is the home of Bert Hinkler, the famous aviator from decades ago. Unfortunately, I believe he was killed in a plane crash in northern Italy in the 1920s or 30s. I'm not quite sure there. But nonetheless, this is it. This is the one that started it all.